Migori Senator Ethid Okech has escalated internal tension within the Orange Democratic Movement (ODM) after formally requesting the suspension, de-whipping and possible expulsion of the party's Secretary General, who is Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna. His move was communicated through a letter dated January 5, 2026, written by the law firm Akuko Osman and Company advocate and addressed to the party's leadership. In the letter, Okech accuses Sifuna of repeatedly violating key provisions of both the ODM constitution and the Political Parties Act. He identified himself as a life member of the party and asserted that Sifuna's conduct has caused significant harm to ODM's public image while weakening its leadership structures. According to Okech, the action attributed to Sifuna's amount to gross misconduct that warrant decisive disciplinary action by the party's organs. The ODM and the motion highlight several incidents that Okech consider breaches of a party's regulation. These include public statements attributed to Sifuna on December 30, 2025 and January 3, 2026, during which, according to the complaint, Sifuna publicly associated himself with rival political parties. Okech notes that Sifuna made these remarks while presenting himself as the ODM Secretary General and spokesperson. In his views, the statement as an endorsement of a political entity outside ODM, which he argues constitutes a violation of a party loyalty requirement. Okech further contests that such conduct amount to promoting the ideology and interest of other political parties. The letter cited Section 14A, subsection 1E of the Political Parties Act, which outlined that promoting the agenda of another party is legally interpreted as a resignation from the party's membership. Okech therefore argues that Sifuna's behavior can be deemed equivalent to voluntarily exiting ODM and the party should treat it as such. The letter continues by accusing Sifuna of defying decisions made by official ODM organs. According to Okech, ODM entered into a broad-based government approach through a written agreement that had been approved by relevant party structure. He argues that Sifuna publicly rejected that position and is doing so breach Article 11 of the ODM Constitution. The article requires party members to obey law decisions made by party leadership bodies, and Okech considers Sifuna's public comment to be a direct act of defiance. Another allegation in the motion concerns the scope of Sifuna's authority within the party. Okech states that Sifuna's unlawful assumed power that belongs exclusively to the party leader. He referenced Article 16, subsection 1F of the ODM Constitution, which grants the party leader sole authority to negotiate political coalition. Okech asserts that Sifuna overstepped his mandate by making an unilateral political declaration involving coalition matters, presenting himself as though he possessed the power that the Constitution preserved for another office. A major part of the dispute documented in the letter revolves around Sifuna's public remarks concerning campaign funds used during ODM participation in the 2022 presidential election. Okech states that Sifuna disclosed confidential party information related to the sourcing and distribution of campaign money. The complaint argues that sharing such details in public jeopardize the party's image and violate Article 11(1)(f) of the ODM constitution, which prohibits members from improperly revealing confidential party matters. The issue of campaign funds had previously drawn public attention after Sifuna engaged in a public clash with Suna East MP Junet Mohamed. Their dispute centered on the handling of campaign finances following Raila Odinga's unsuccessful 2022 presidential bid. The letter referenced this public disagreement as evidence that Sifuna released sensitive information that should have remained within the party's internal structure. Okech further accused Sifuna of undermining ODM's objectives by distributing or disrupting efforts aimed at forming political coalition. He cited Article 7 subsection 1AA of the ODM constitution, which outlined coalition building as one of the party's formal goals. In the complaint, Okech maintained that Sifuna's statement and action have frustrated these objectives, thereby weakening ODM strategic direction. Alongside the allegation of misconduct, Okech points to issue of leadership responsibility within the ODM. His letter includes a claim that Sifuna's conduct has contributed to internal friction, damaging unity at the time when ODM is grappling with broader internal tensions. The concern raised reflects the ongoing unease within various party ranks regarding the adherence to official position and the public messaging of the senior ODM figures. Okech later outlined a series of actions he wants ODM to take immediately. First, he demanded that the party suspend Sifuna for carrying out his duties as a Secretary General. He also urged ODM to de-whip Sifuna from all parliamentary leadership positions held under the party banner. Additionally, the senator calls for the removal of Sifuna's name from the party's membership register, arguing that his conduct is equivalent to voluntarily leaving ODM.